Hello. If you follow me on social media, always try to be lighthearted and bring some type of joy to timelines. And I'm afraid this will not be one of those times. I want to start this video off by saying that I am seeking an attorney or law firm with license to practice in the state of California. And I'm going to start off by saying what I've been consulting with other attorneys in other states about, that my case, at a minimum, I have a case about discrimination on the basis of gender and potentially defamation of character, the character being mine. Okay. Parents, as this school year starts, I want you to be very careful about who teaches, instructs, or is around your kids. When you receive a roster, I think in middle and high school, the roster typically lists the class, the teacher's first name, it's an initial, and the last name. You need to ask your school office the teacher's first name. And I need you to do a generic Google search on that teacher. You would be surprised how many people across the nation are linked to sex trafficking of children and grooming. And as I would find out for the first time, something called cleaning. There's someone who convinces or tries to convince someone that they haven't been raped or anything of that nature. While I never entered education for money, I always entered education to protect kids and to educate them and to show them different paths in life. I never knew that helping them, as you're told to do, as a mandated reporter, would lead me to losing $30,419.37. But I would do it all over again if I had to result or to prevent this woman from turning survivor 125 into 126. I apologize. I'm going to speak a little louder. The air kicked itself on. Okay. My employer, who shall remain nameless at this time, only because I'm waiting on arbitration to wrap up with my union. The way the state of California works, when you have a union, you have to wait on a final result before you can get a private attorney. But that result is coming soon. So, I need to be on this ASAP. I'm already running into EEOC deadlines, and I think they know that. Okay, on Thursday, February 2nd, the principal was informed by me that a person, Angela Dyborn, and you can do a Google search on her. The reason I'm listing her name is because her name is public record. There is a case against her in Los Angeles Superior Court regarding the trafficking of minors. And somehow she became a vendor for a school district, even though they have thorough background checks. Okay, this person was accused of, I informed my principal that this person, Angela Dyborn, was accused of contributing to the delinquency of minors. She did nothing. Allegedly and ironically enough, later that evening, a TA in my class came to my principal and told her that I had sat on a boy's neck for 5 minutes. If you've ever met me, back in February, I was over 230 pounds. So just picture me sitting on a 4-year-old's neck. I think I would still be in jail because that 4-year-old would no longer be here. So it was a ploy to try to get rid of me and try to silence me. I would later find out. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading through my notes. I'm trying to avoid saying names. Da, 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 da. Okay, on that Friday, I was released from work duty because I sat on a child's neck for 5 minutes. And let me tell you how child abuse works in California. When a teacher or an adult is accused of child abuse, they are immediately removed from campus. No questions asked until a full investigation is complete. Okay, so this happened Thursday afternoon, allegedly. I was able to finish that day. I came back and tutored that evening. Same school. I came back the next day for a full day. Oh, also, if you're accused of teacher of child abuse, you're supposed to call the police. Do you know almost 180 days later, no police officer has ever called me. Nobody's ever sent me a letter to go to court. Nobody has sent me a mail, email, snail mail, fax, anything. I've never received anything. So not only was I supposed to be removed from the class, I was also supposed to have the police called on me. None of that happened because I think for all her lack of sense, she knew that filing a false police report would get her in jail or fired or probably even worse. So that's why she didn't follow child abuse protocol, because she knows she'd sound stupid and potentially get arrested. Okay, so we get around to, we're going into the weekend. Now, her assistant principal tried to reach her and show her proof of that this woman is on our campus. We got a problem that we need to handle. Nothing. So Monday comes around. I contact her boss just to inform him of what's going on. And then Tuesday comes around. Oh, let's go back to Monday. That woman, Angela Dyborn, she appeared on campus with a key. Vendors don't get keys. She had a back gate key. What does that sound like to you? None of the other vendors, whether it was the choir teacher or the gardener, they all come in through the front door, every last one of them. Why does she have a back gate key? So after the assistant principal and other people informed the principal about Angela Dyborn, she continues to ignore it. Continues to ignore sex trafficker. Continues to ignore it. Now, we get around to Monday. A person in charge at an administrative level asks her to surrender her key. The principal comes out. I'm sorry for the slowness, y'all. I'm really trying not to say anybody's name. The principal comes out and says, "Oh, that's silly. You don't have to return your key," knowing what this woman is accused of. At this point on Monday, she has been informed by at least 5 people via text and in person what this woman has been accused of. Here's the thing that I ultimately know about an accusation. With an accusation, it is that an accusation. But there's also a court case. And I don't think over 100 women are lying on you. Like, let's use our brains. On Tuesday, I took it upon myself to inform my former coworkers of the situation. I text all of them, as I should have, because we're really trying to hide and protect evil at this point. So on Wednesday of the following week, I believe that was February 8th, 6 days had passed, and my principal, even though she was originally asked to do it, Yes, axed. Even though she was originally asked to do it, she got the vice principal to put some mess in iStar. So iStar is almost like a slam book. It's almost like an employee slam book. Like, oh, Mr. Price did this. But you said Mr. Price did this 6 days ago. Why didn't you call the police like you were supposed to? Why didn't you call your boss like you were supposed to? Why did you let Mr. Price work multiple days after you said this happened? Not adding up, right? It was a ploy to get rid of me. You know, and all this time has passed. We are approaching 180 days. And I truly have to tell you, I am just disgusted that this has been hidden. I'm disgusted at my employer because certain parents have found out. And this woman has photos of hundreds of children because she was hired by our principal to take photos of the kids. Those photos never showed up on the school social media. They never showed up on the school webpage. Nobody knows where that camera is. And ironically enough, this is a woman who would take pictures of the models before her uncle Peter Nygaard would do whatever unspeakable things to those young teenage minor girls. You know, I hate that this matter is not being taken seriously. That's why I am turning to social media. I want everyone watching this video to know that this is in no way an attempt to be messy. I want to be very, very clear about that. It has been almost 180 days. I have contacted every educational office up to Sacramento at the capital level of California. I have contacted everybody I could. I keep getting delayed. I keep getting turned away. We're ignoring it. And since that woman has started working for the school, not only has one 5th grade class left, now 2 have left. Some of those kids probably have gone to other countries, to Nevada, anywhere. And another thing, that camera has not been located. Those photos have never been posted on social media. Where are those photos? That woman who was accused, she miraculously mailed her key by that Thursday to the school. Now, did the principal tell her friend that she called her in professional development almost a year and a half ago to mail her key? Is she in collusion with her for sex trafficking? Whatever lawyer or news station picks this up, I want to talk. I'm ready to talk because let me get to the bottom of all this. One thing that's not going to happen to me, nobody is going to say 30 years from now, as we've seen with Hollywood cases and certain church cases, nobody's going to say that I was on that roster as a teacher of record and I did nothing. And I also want to forewarn other people of this. There were about 50 plus people on that roster of employees, adult employees assigned to protect children. Do you know only 4 of those people have actually fiercely combated and come out and wanted to know what was going on with this situation? And the rest of them have been cowards, if they aren't in collusion or getting kickbacks themselves for whatever mischievous and heinous deeds they have done. So not only have they tried to destroy me, they have done a full investigation of me. I have been suspended since February. They tried to fire me in March, but someone spoke up and gave me my job back. I am still suspended. Now, none of the women involved in this investigation None of the women involved in the investigation has missed a paycheck. I've missed $30,419.37. Now, I said that all to say that, oh, I almost forgot before this video ended. There was a woman, a teacher at the school in March or late February. She had an incident where a child accused her of, I think, grabbing his collar. And there was actually a scar on his chest. Do you know that female employee, I said female for a reason, that female employee the police were called on her, an investigation was conducted, and she had her job back and restored pay within 2 weeks. It's been 180 days, and I'm missing $30,419.37. But I do want to emphasize this again. I would do it all over again to prevent those kids that I have known for almost 3-4 years, to prevent them from going from 125 to the 126th victim survivor of this man and his criminal empire, which is still circulating apparently through his niece. These schools claim background checks are so thorough. Are they? Are they though? Parents, look after your children. And to the mandated reporters, whether you are a nurse or a teacher or a bus driver, don't be ashamed to speak up. Yeah, they're going to try to fire you. They're going to try to make you quiet. But if you are truly there for those children or patients or whatever the semblance of your being a mandated reporter is, protect them. That's your job. No, nobody wants to lose their job. Trust me, this $30,000 has hit me hard, very hard. But I will say this. Mentally, it has set me free. And not only that, this video has set me free. I can feel the weight lifting. And even though arbitration lies ahead, even though I'm sure they're going to see this video, I want to state for the record, never at any time have I said anyone's name that was not a matter of public record or stated any case or criminals that were not a matter of public record. I have not listed the school I worked at. I have not listed any of my colleagues that I worked with, nor my peers, nor their parents, nor I don't even think I listed the neighborhood that this was in. So there's that. Please look after your children.